Hey everypone, and welcome to episode 1 of DIGICAST. I am Digibrony, and I have with me...
Icon Cold.
We are doing a podcast because I want to address a bunch of points that people keep bringing up, like comments and interesting things that are interesting to me about like my channel, myself as a reviewer, just general things that I feel the need to bring up that don't really necessarily have to do with MLP. They more have to do with my reviews. Or videos, analysis, whatever you call them. Because these videos are going to be podcasts, they're going to be proper podcasts, I will have a download link to the MP3 file in the description. So you can go ahead and download this and listen to it on your iPod like a regular podcast if you so choose. And because of the lack of visual element in these, we're just doing audio so that we can get it over with quickly and have it out so I can just, do these, no stress. Because of that lack of video element, I obviously don't need Digibrony's facial expression, so I'm going to feature a different piece of fan art from the Digibrony fan art Tumblr, which you can find in the description as well. There should be some kind of credit on screen to whose fan art you're looking at. And also, because I know some people like myself just like to stare absently at YouTube videos regardless of whether or not there's anything happening, I'm going to go ahead and put some random footage of me playing a pony-related video game. So there should probably be footage of me playing Cave Derpy, because that's the only thing I actually have footage of, sitting on the screen right now, if you're interested in watching that. So, without further ado, by the way, Icon Cult probably isn't going to say much, because I mostly have him here to bounce my ideas off of. So this is mostly just going to be the DigiCast, but I can't really talk to myself alone. It feels weird. And I tried to write a script for this, but the script came out awful. So, we're just going to do this off the cuff. Old school podcast style.
Talk about the stuff, bro.
Oh, you want to introduce the topic?
Cursing in Conrad's videos. Old Digibrony's videos. Name drop.
Yeah, so a lot of people keep bringing up in the comment sections of my videos that I have a tendency to swear a lot. Not like a ton in each video, not nearly as much as Brony Curious does, but I do tend to drop the fuck bomb every once in a while, or the grenade, pretty much at least once per video, sometimes kind of frequently. So yeah, I do swear a lot in my videos altogether, and some people have said, well, the stupider complaints have been like, it makes you sound less intelligent. It's like, no. Since when does swearing make someone sound less intelligent? That's ridiculous. If that's the kind of baseline that you have for someone's intelligence, you're just immature. I'm sorry. Yeah, obviously I'm not really addressing those complaints. The complaints that I am addressing, though, is people who have complained that this might make my videos less accessible, especially to children. One guy said he was trying to show the videos to his 6-year-old daughter, and there was some casual swearing in there, and he was like, whoa, holy shit, I can't deal with this. Why do I swear in my videos? Why not censor them? Why not choose other words? Obviously, I could. If I wanted to, I don't have to say fuck. I don't have to say shit. I could write in something else. And I'm going to explain, first of all, I'm going to explain why I don't substitute the words, and then I'm also going to explain why I do use those words. So, why I don't substitute the words is because of the same reason I don't substitute any words in my review. I don't want to insult your intelligence. I believe that I'm making these word choices because the words have meaning and are great. They're great words. And I use a lot of words that I could use a different word if I wanted to, and it would be easier and more accessible for people to watch. I use a lot of words in my videos that I know a huge portion of my viewership does not know what these words are. And I expect my viewers to have the intellectual curiosity to go look them up. I mean, I didn't learn these words because I went to college. I didn't. I dropped out after about 1.5 years, and I almost didn't take any English courses. I took like one beginner's English course. So I did not learn these words because I'm somehow educated. I learned them because I watch a lot of reviews and analysis, and people would use these words, and I'd say, oh, what does that mean? And I'd learn about it, and it would be this awesome concept, and I'd go, hell yeah. Like, watching Campster's videos, and he talks about ludonarrative dissonance, and I'm like, what does that mean? And that's where it's the dissonance between the viewer and what they're supposed to feel from the story. He uses it in video game reviews. He'll talk about, like, Tomb Raider, and he'll say, in Tomb Raider, the character is supposed to feel weak and helpless, but you as a player feel powerful, because everything you do is super powerful. You're just like kicking ass all day. That's ludonarrative dissonance. You don't feel what the character feels, and therefore you're disconnected from the story. Awesome word. Awesome meaning behind that word. He, I think, has explained it once in one of his videos just because people kept asking, I think, maybe, but yeah, it's a great word, and I use some words and terms like that. In the Ghostbusters video, I said, we as an audience don't lucidly understand why the main six are mad at Trixie, and that, you can easily use context clues to figure out what that word means, and that wasn't even me saying that was a quote from Misfortune Dog. And then there's times when I use the word ostensibly a lot, because I love that word. It means on the surface, basically, but not quite. It's like if I say, this show is ostensibly a kid's show, but there might be something beyond it. You know, that's what that word implies, that there could be something beyond it, but there could not be. When you say, like, on the surface it's a kid's show, it implies that that is not what it is. But when you say ostensibly, it implies that it could be what it is. So, yeah, that's why I like that word a lot. So I use a lot of these big words, and I do expect my audience to look them up. I know that a lot of them won't. I know a lot of people are going to watch my videos, they're going to hear a bunch of words they don't know, and they're just going to brush it off and not pay attention. They're just going to say, oh, you sound really smart because you use these big words, but I don't know what they mean, you know. But, I mean, I haven't had to deal with too much, like, outright, like, people don't leave a lot of comments where it's like they clearly misunderstood what I was saying. I think I do a pretty good job of using context to make it, to make you understand what I'm saying, and I do think that there are people who are probably looking this stuff up, and I have a lot of love for those people. I'm like, great, good on you, you're learning. I leave text links in the descriptions of my videos specifically so that if you don't understand what I'm saying, or if I say a word and you've never heard that word, you want to spell it or something, there's always a text link to my video in the description, because I just want people who are curious to investigate, because that's what I would do. If I was watching a video, I'd go, oh, I don't know that word, what is it, let me look it up, or, oh, I'm confused about something in the video, let me make sure I check the description and see if he explains or clarifies, you know. That's why my descriptions are huge and detailed. Yeah, I expect that out of the viewers. So on that note, if I use swear words, I expect people to understand why I'm using them, to not just look at them and go, oh, he said fuck, what an idiot, you know, or something like that, or, oh, that's offensive. It's like, it's not offensive, it's just a word, and it's a great word. Swear words are awesome. Chime in with me, Victor. You swear constantly. Why?
'Cause it's fucking great, bro.
But have you ever thought about why you swear so much?
Honestly, no.
You've never thought about it at all?
Well, it could be because I refrained from swearing until I was 18.
Yeah.
And
well,
everyone around me did.
Because, yeah, like, the thing is that here in Virginia Beach, I'd say it's a Virginia Beach thing, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, like, because, I mean, I can't speak for anywhere else. I haven't lived anywhere else, really. I have, but not for extensive periods of time. But around here, I can safely say, everyone swears a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah. And all of our friends swear a lot. And some of those guys are really polite. Brandon Tolentino is a really polite speaker. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Yeah.
But he swears a lot, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this fucking guy in this game, you know? He mostly swears emotionally, like when he's trying to convey something emotional. And that's what I do in my videos. It's almost always some kind of emotion that I'm trying to convey, especially when I say fuck, because it usually means, like, it's putting emphasis on this statement. This is important. Pay attention, you know? I felt strongly here. The most famous swear word in any of my videos is, of course, I'm a fucking Alicorn Princess at the end of the Alicorn Princess Twilight Sparkle video. And that word had a lot of weight to it because it meant something very important. It was, I'm a fucking Alicorn Princess. Like, you know, it was supposed to have punch. It came at the end of this, it was an 8-minute video, and the whole thing had been written kind of out of anger in a way, because it was like I had gotten so many people, I had been reading all this stuff where people were just bashing on Alicorn Twilight and just complaining about it, and they were complaining on my videos, and they were saying that I hadn't clarified my points or something like that, and I was just getting mad, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to talk about this, why Alicorn Twilight is awesome to me, and I'm going to come as hard as I can, and I did. That's one of my favorite things I've ever written, is that video, because I feel like I just came so strong on that and, you know, knocked it out of the park. Victor's just laughing because I said cave.
Always calming.
But, Yeah, I really felt like it was a strong video. So having that at the end was like the punchline to that video. It was like, boom, you know, because there's something that my friend Ghost Lightning once said that I've always loved. He said, when you come really hard on, I keep saying that. He was like, basically, when you do something really strong, it makes you more allowed to do stuff like that. Like, you're allowed to kind of show off at the end of doing something badass, you know? Like, I really felt that way with, there was these videos about the indoctrination theory from Mass Effect 3. This guy had done these, like, hour-long videos about it, and he covered everything, and it was brilliant. And then at the end of the video, he just rails on the ending of Mass Effect 3, and it really felt like he earned it. Like, he had done everything to explain why these, you know, like, what were these endings, and then at the end he's like, and by the way, they fucking suck. And it was just like, ooh, I didn't even agree with him, but it felt so cathartic to have that at the end of those videos. So with this Alicorn Princess thing, it was like me really going in, and I wanted it to be cathartic for everyone who likes Alicorn Twilight and has had to listen to all this bitching and moaning about it that's so fucking obnoxious, you know? So I wanted you to have this big moment where you're like, yeah, Alicorn Twilight is awesome. And, you know, and for me, it was both that and this resonance with myself, where it was like, it was everything, really. It was all of my emotions in that moment where I was thinking, yeah, Season 3 is awesome, Alicorn Twilight is awesome, I'm doing awesome right now, people like my videos, I'm a fucking Alicorn Princess. It was just this big, you know, showboaty moment. I mean, obviously, I knew that it was me sort of showing off, and it's, you know, I can understand why some people would be ticked off by that. Some people are probably like, oh, fuck this guy, he thinks he's so cool, but, you know, that for me was a big celebratory moment. That's why I made a t-shirt out of it, because I really appreciated it. I loved that line after I wrote it, you know? It takes a certain amount of pride to take one of your own sentences and make a t-shirt out of it, you know? Another big one that happened recently is in my Snowdrop video. I go on this angry rant where I just start railing on Snowdrop's teacher, and I'm going, if this blizzard is so bad, walk the fucking blind pony home. And like half the comments on that video are just people repeating that line, you know, because it resonates with them. The swearing helped that line to really reach people. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, they just like it because they're a bunch of immature kids who just like to hear swear words. But that's not true, because kids aren't the people who swear the most. Am I right, Victor?
Well, they're not supposed to.
But they don't. Kids don't swear nearly as much as adults do. Think about it. Like, when you were in high school, yeah, there were kids who swore a lot, and they probably weren't very good at it either. But it pales in comparison to the way we swear now with our friends.
Oh, God.
Like, if you guys have sat in on any of our streams that we do, it's just a cesspool. It's just us just saying all these horrible,
Filthy,
horrible
terrible
things. And because it's fun and it's cathartic, it feels nice. You get a weight off your chest by saying those things. That's why people like that stuff. That's why there's like, Egoraptor is known for saying fuck constantly because he loves that word, and he just, like, in his sequelitis videos, there are compilation videos out there of just all the times he says fuck in sequelitis, and I love those compilation videos. I love the ones of Black Lagoon where it's the fucking short version, and it's just all the times they say fuck in the show. It's great, you know, it's a great word, and I appreciate it a lot. And, you know, I get why people don't want to have their kids hear those words, but I would not shelter kids from those words personally. I swear in front of children. I'm willing to do that, you know? Those children don't, what the fuck is that going to affect them? How is that negative to them? What are they going, like, oh my god, you ruined Timmy's life because you said fuck in front of him. All I'm going to do is I'm going to give the kid a deep appreciation for that word, because he's going to hear it and he's going to think it's fucking awesome, right? Then he's going to start saying it in front of his friends, and at some point he might get in trouble for it. But who the fuck cares? He got he got detention because he said fuck in school. No one's life was ruined. When he grows older, he'll say fuck all the time, and no one will care, and he'll love it. There is nothing negative about swear words. There is no negative consequence. Swear words are not a crime. I mean, I put it on a t-shirt and wore it around, you know, or I plan to. Victor just got his I'm a fucking Alicorn Princess t-shirt uncensored.
Yay.
It's glorious looking, you know? Yeah, I love swear words, and I love the word shit especially. I've realized that, like, because fuck obviously is the most noticeable. Like, you say it for punctuation, it's like, boom. And mind you, the way that me and my friends say fuck, yeah, it is a little excessive. We say it too much, because, like...
It's like you're saying fuck instead of like.
Okay, I was just about to bring up Josh Chantos. One of our friends, this dude Josh Chantos, he talks like a Valley girl, where he says, but he always says, like, fucking. Every time. He never just says like, he says like fucking, because it takes him so long to formulate his thoughts that he says, he'll be saying like, so, like, fucking Blizzard, like, fucking made, like, fucking WoW, like, fucking in 2004, and, like, fucking, that's how he talks. It's ridiculous. And that was me speeding up it to get through the point. But, yeah, some of us just say fuck too much. And, you know, but when I'm writing, obviously there is a degree of filter where I'm not just writing the way I talk, where I would use fucking like I use like, but I use fucking in everyday conversation with meaning as well. You know, it's not just me using it stupidly and thrown out there. It's also used to express emotion. And in my videos, that's the same way I use it. Then there's the word shit, though. And shit, I'm thinking about writing something about how shit is the workhorse of swear words. Because it has so many meanings and uses where you can just... Because I say shit like I say... like it's... And then you do some shit, you know. And the reason I say that, because, you know, you might say, well, why don't you just say stuff? Because stuff is tangible. Stuff is like actual things. Shit is just like a broad concept. Like, you know, he was saying shit, or you don't say he was saying stuff or he was saying things, because things and stuff are things and stuff. Shit is just shit. It's just whatever.
The
you
word
know?
shit is that it's like, if what I was doing mattered, I would have given it a name, but it obviously didn't, so I called it shit, because shit is meaningless.
It's just some shit. Exactly. Shit is like the emptiness of meaning, or just the bottom barrel, like, this, you know, if I say, and then they did some shit in the Everfree Forest, it means I don't care about what they were doing, you know, like, it really emphasizes the fact, and that's, there's a weight to that, where that dismissiveness is important, because it means I don't have to go into detail about that. It's like, you get that I don't care, you know. I don't have to say, they did some shit I don't care about. I can just say, they did some shit, and you get that, you know? And all of my writing is extremely dense, so this is stuff, like, I love using these words as a way of conveying a lot of meaning in as few words as possible, you know? You get a different definition from me saying fucking shit than you do from me saying, they did some stuff, and, you know, like, it's floaty and not meaty the same way, you know? So, yeah, not only do I love swear words and think that they are excellent words, but I think the idea of not using them is insulting. I think it, you know, it assumes that my audience is a bunch of fucking dumb kids, you know? It's like, oh, 5-year-olds can't watch your videos. Well, maybe 5-year-olds shouldn't watch my videos unless they're intellectually curious, you know? Because, like, if a 5-year-old who can't handle the word shit is watching my videos, he's not going to know half the other words I use anyway, you know? And I'm not trying to be insulting to the 5-year-old or exclusionary, but the kind of 5-year-old who's going to watch one of my videos is not going to give a fuck if I say fucking shit, you know? It's just not that kind of person. And I don't necessarily, again, I'm not dumbing down my videos. That's something I refuse to do. I'm not going to stop using these words that have a great meaning just because one or two people might not understand it, or everyone might not understand it. But I'm going to say, do the research, look it up. You know, every time I use a word that, like, my little brother doesn't know, he goes, what's that word? And I tell him, look it up in the dictionary. The reason I say that, instead of just explaining it to him, is because I want him to learn the definition himself properly, you know? Like, if I explain it, I might not explain it right. I want him to know. And I want him to know the correct definition of the word, you know? So, yeah, that's the long and short of why I swear so much in my videos and don't edit it out. What do you think, Vic? Talk louder, because the mic, you're way the hell back.
Today in class, we're doing these videos for, like, a competition contest thing. Bringing these videos for, like, a thing, and it's going to be shown to, like, a wider audience and, like, a family audience. So our teacher was telling us, you know, you don't have to dumb it down, but don't have, like, violence and, you know, sex and people raping the shit out of each other.
And I say those exact words?
Yes. I burst out fucking laughing because he didn't just say raping each other, he said raping the shit out of each other.
So it was okay to have raping each other.
It was hysterical.
As long as they weren't raping the shit out of each other.
And every time I think about it, I just fucking lose my shit. Raping the shit out of each other, really? Jesus Christ.
I don't think I could have asked for a better way to end this podcast.
Let's just go rape the shit out of each other.
So, yeah. And you know, right now I could say, well, my videos aren't family friendly, but I don't find that to be true. I just think that to me it is family friendly. I watch these videos with my little brothers. I mean, they're fucking late teenagers, but you know, I would show these videos to a kid. I would expect them to understand what a fucking swear word is and not like have to lose their shit and, you know, lose all and if they did lose all concept of what the video was, then they weren't going to understand it. They were never going to. If the word fuck completely sends them off into another universe where they don't give a shit about what I'm saying anymore, that kid was not going to get the message in my video, you know? So, yeah. I mean, it might sound a little pretentious or a little elitist or something, but it's just the truth, you know? Like, my videos, they may be about a My Little Pony show, but they are pretty dense and analytical, you know? Even the title, Thoroughly Analyzing, not every kid is going to know what the word thoroughly means, you know? I chose that title expecting that people, if they were going to click on it, they knew what they were getting into. It was like, oh, this is going to be some thorough shit, you know? So...
Thorough shit.
Yeah. Is that it? We done?
Raping the shit out of each other. I can't get over it.
Come back soon, and maybe we'll do more DIGICAST if I have more topics that I feel the need to cover. Or we might just record like another one right now or something. And see ya.